How am I feeling? I'm all right.
You're not low and down and depressed after the excitement of the coronation is all over?
No, I'm still riding the wave.
Still riding the wave.
Yeah.
Well, apparently coronation come down is a thing.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to be the king today. Well, boring,
no.
isn't it?
I guess it's a bit like Christmas, isn't it? You know, it's sort of, you've
Yes.
got all the build-up. We've been building up to this for, well, best part
70
of the year,
years.
I suppose.
Yeah,
And,
I know what you mean, yeah.
And now then it's all over in the space of a few short hours.
The other thing is we've had this double bank holiday bonanza, like 2 very short work weeks, long weekends, and now it's like, oh my, look at June. June's disgusting, isn't it? It's like 5-day weeks, no bank holidays.
Oh, I know, yes, I know. We've got to wait till it's August, the next one, isn't it? Right at the end of August,
Well,
I think.
we've
isn't it?
still got one for May, but
Oh, yes,
yeah,
there's
we've
the May
still
one, of
got one
course.
for May. But at least in theory, the weather might be better by June. In theory.
Is there another bank holiday this month, is that?
End of the month. 3 in May. I know, it's amazing
Right.
any of us get any work done,
Yes.
quite frankly. Anyway, thank you, Gav. We are going to talk about the thing that is anticlimax after the events. Did you have a garden party? Are you looking at all the rubbish now with a hangover?
The sound of where we live. And all the music you love. The music you love. BBC.
Hereford and Worcester.
Maybe you hated the coronation, you're just glad to see the back of it. It was very serious, wasn't it? I mean, you know, an anticlimax after that sombre ceremony, I'm not really sure it's a thing, is it? But it's not the ceremony that we're necessarily feeling the bereft that it's over. It's all the street parties, all the neighbours getting together, you know, the sunshine that we had yesterday, etc. Anyway, is it a thing for you? Well, we are on hand with an expert to talk through how to handle it, if that's the case.
BBC. Hereford and Worcester.
Oh, by the way, Kate here with you today, in case you hadn't established that already. It's a bank holiday Monday, so we'll try and make the most, despite the weather.
There's a reason for the sunshine sky, and there's a reason why I'm feeling so high. Must be the season when that love light shines all around us. So let that feeling grab you deep inside and send you reeling where your love can't hide, and then go stealing through the moonlit nights with your lover. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show, and you'll know what I mean. It's the season. Let your love fly like a bird on the wing, and let your love find you to all living things, and let your love shine, and you'll know what I mean. That's the reason. There's a reason for the warm, sweet nights, and there's a reason for the candle lights. Must be the season when those love lights shine all around us. So let that wonder take you into space and lay you under its loving embrace. Just feel the thunder as it warms your face. You can't hold back. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show, and you'll know what I mean. It's the season. Let your love fly like a bird on the wing, and let
Oh, that's a good one, isn't it? The Bellamy Brothers. Let Your Love Flow. We had a bit of a Beverly Brothers moment in the house, actually, on Saturday. I think it was pre-coronation. Yeah, we were getting ready. We were getting emotionally ready. We've got a Pink number on the way, a bit of a classic Duran Duran for you, and a mid-morning mind workout. So looking forward to stretching our brains this morning, although I'm not really sure we should be doing it. I will make sure it's not too difficult. It's a bank holiday Monday. It's a bit of an anticlimax. And it is also massively raining. Again, so grey and miserable outside. Such a different atmosphere to yesterday, isn't it? It makes so much difference. Never mind. We're going to sort it all out for you right now. Coronation is over. The big concert was last night. That's over. Was it good? Did it meet your expectations? Or are you left feeling it was all a bit of a damp squib? Maybe you've been really excited about the coronation for ages, glued to every moment, and now it's all over. It's a massive anticlimax. It's the coronation come down when a large... Excusez-moi. When a large event happens with a long run-up and a big build-up, it is actually a thing where you can be left with post-event blues. Joining me now is counsellor and hypnotherapist Susan Lee from lifestyletherapy.net. Susan, good morning.
Good morning, Kate.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Yes, absolutely.
Well, you sound in very good spirits, so no coronation come down for you by the sounds of things.
No, because I think when you reflect on this, there's lots of times when we have post-event blues. I mean, we may be planning for a big wedding or a birthday or a holiday or something special in our lives. And, there's a build-up, we're spending a lot of our money perhaps. And then afterwards it can feel, I think particularly with big weddings actually, you've spent a load of money and then you're both looking at each other and you're thinking, right, we've no cash for weeks and months ahead because we've got all these bills to pay and we have to kind of plan around it. So yes, the coronation was a big build-up to it, but I suspect we're possibly not as invested in that as we may have been in our own weddings or birthdays or a big holiday. And after that, there can be a void, can't there? There can be a time where we're looking at our lives and thinking, oh God, we've nothing to look forward to, and some dark night still ahead, rain on its way again. And how do we cope with that? So I think we've got quite a bit of experience of come downs after big events, don't you, really?
I definitely agree, but does it make it any easier, or potentially does it make it worse if it's just, one disappointing day after another? I mean, the weather definitely doesn't help people's mood. I know that from personal experience as well. But, just because something happens all the time doesn't make it easier. And there must be some sort of coping mechanisms, I hope.
I agree, absolutely. And I think the number one is to plan ahead. And I think particularly, say, January. I mean, January is a classic time where I've been on talking with you guys about planning ahead, because January, all the Christmas festivities, the parties, the get-togethers, the decorations are down, our lives are dark and our homes are dark and we've no money again. And I think the whole thing, the clue to any post situation is always about planning ahead. So planning ahead with things that don't cost a lot of money, making sure that you accept, first of all, that life can't be all highs and parties and things like that. I actually remember reading about Adele, and she was on her way to the big O2 gig, and she actually stopped at Tesco's and did a shop on the way to the gig. And to me, that really was a fabulous way of levelling out our lives, where we know we keep our feet on the ground with reality. We still need milk and bread, even if we're doing something really big and important. And whether it's true or not, I just think it was a really lovely anecdote. And I think the same applies to our lives too, where we know what's coming afterwards. And if we think to ourselves, okay, I ain't got a lot of cash, I still need a bit of light in my life, a bit of sunshine, a bit of good stuff, plan to have your friends around for a meal and suggest everybody brings a dish with them, or get a couple of pamper evenings on the go, or games nights where you get your board games out. And I know lots of people who have done these things. Sounds a bit dreary on the face of it, but I know people have enjoyed them that much. The competition has been good, everybody's bought a few snacks around and they've enjoyed them that much. It's become a regular feature in their diary. And so there are ways that we can do that, start enjoying nature, start making sure that you have one or two things every week that are booked in there that you look forward to. So your walk after lunch or your early morning visit to the park with your partner while the meal's cooking. And a lot of things can be done that really bring a bit of joy into your lives and a bit of pleasure. And you have to think about these things and accept that you can't be dressing up for parties or coronations or street parties every day, but you can have things in there that infuse your life with a little bit of love, a little bit of fun, a little bit of something to look forward to.
That's exactly it. Do you know what? That it sounds like something my mum would have said to me at school. As long as you've got something to look forward to, it can really change your outlook massively.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, even is this, not specifically about the coronation, but is it a time to start thinking, okay, I have nothing in my life at the minute that's really particularly good. Right, I'm going to book some sort of training of some kind. It doesn't have to be exam-based, but extra skill sets where you're learning something that adds value to your life and certainly will in months to come. Or you do some volunteering on a regular basis and you're giving of your time and you're actually meeting and mixing with new people and you've got a commitment to be somewhere regularly so people are relying on you and you have to get up and go. All these things can make a significant difference and make you feel special and important and positive about what you're doing. And, just booking a coffee with a friend or a phone call with a friend and you've got that to look forward to. And even if you don't feel you've got much to say, you can share a bit of time together and come away feeling, oh, I've spent half an hour or an hour or whatever, and I feel good about what I've done. And I think things like training, perhaps, running or going for a walk or all these different things, enjoying the change of pace because you haven't got a big thing in the diary to look forward to, but you're investing in what's next to come and you're investing in a change of pace, but something that is special for you and adds another layer of specialness to your life. And that's a big deal doing that.
Very big deal. Friends and family are everything, aren't they? I did see a few street parties and they did look, especially yesterday. I think the Saturday street parties were a bit of a washout. But yesterday was a gorgeous day. And, sometimes when it's miserable like this, just looking at the weather forecast for next weekend and thinking we might have another sunny day is enough.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I met up with my nephew and his partner yesterday and we're all sat outside in a city centre bar area, and that's not something you necessarily think you could do, and you just sat out there and there was somebody playing live music and we all looked at each other and went, wow, and everybody was chatting to each other and friendly and making amiable quips across tables, and it was just really, really nice. And I think we've got that whole vibe going because of the coronation and because of the get together, but also, as you say, the sunny day. You're out, you're not necessarily spending a load of money, just maybe a few beers or something, and you're having a nice time and sharing it with other people, and that is special. And we can continue that. It doesn't have to be because of a coronation or a big event of some kind. It's good to do that anyway.
Yeah, that is very important, isn't it? I mean, we weren't being coronated, were we? So, we can do it again. We don't need that as an excuse.
Absolutely.
Well, on that note, Sue, I think that is a brilliant way to look forward. Thank you for your time today. I definitely feel better having listened to what you've said about, planning stuff and having that, energy to kind of look forward to your days. It's really important.
Yeah. Having something in your diary motivates, and that's the truth of it, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, it's a 4-day week this week, Susan. Hooray.
Again? Yeah, absolutely.
We'll make the most of that. Thank you for your time, Susan. It's been really a treat to speak to you, and enjoy the rest of your bank holiday. I don't know if it's raining where you are, but it's pretty miserable in Worcester.
It is raining here.
Well, that's
Thanks,
England.
Kate.
Thanks, Susan. Bye for now. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.
Counsellor and hypnotherapist Susan Lee. She's from lifestyletherapy.net if you want to look her up. She's got quite a few helpful YouTube videos on there as well, with all sorts of normal, usual problems, not just your coronation come down. Although, it is potentially a thing. Ring me, let me know, how is it for you? 81333 if you want to text me, put an H and W at the start of your message. And for ringing, it is 0800 121 8181, and you can also WhatsApp. Save the number in your phone, 08000 321 333, and again, start your message with an H and a W. Right, I'm looking forward to hearing from you. How are you coping with the post-coronation blues?
BBC Hereford and Worcester.
$6 your way deal at BK. All your taste buds will say hooray. And for just $6, your wallet will too. When hunger calls, you know what to do. At BK, have it your way.
Get your brain boxes out. It's the mid-morning mind workout after Pink at BBC Hereford and Worcester.
Oh, suki, suki now. Hey! Come on, baby. Hey there, sugar dumplings. Let me tell you something, girl, I've been trying to say now. You look so sweet and you're so doggone fine. I just can't get you out of my mind. You become a sweet taste in my mouth now. And I want you to be my spouse, so that we can live happily now, in a great big old roomy house. And I know you're gonna groove me, baby. Oh yeah, now make me feel good inside. Come on and groove me, baby. I need you to groove me. Oh yeah, now, darling. Come on, come on. Hey there, sugar dumplings. Come on, give me something, girl, I've been needing for days. Yes, some good loving with plenty hugging. Ooh, you cute little thing, you. Girl, between you and me now, we don't need no company. No other man, no other girl can enter into our world. Not as long as you prove me, baby. Oh, come on, make me feel good inside. Come on, groove me, baby. Move me, baby. Oh, sock it to me, mama. Oh, I like it like that, baby. Groove me, baby. Hey, groove me, darling. Come on, come on. I need you to sock it to me, mama. Come on, and now groove me, baby. Hey, good God, it make me feel so good inside, mama. Come on. Come on home and groove me, baby. Groove me, baby. Oh, sock it to me, stock it to me, rock it to me. Come on, come on, come on and groove me, mama.
At BBC Hereford and Worcester. Good morning to you, 23 minutes past 10 now on a rainy bank holiday. Kate Justice sitting in today. I'm here until 2 o'clock. We're talking about eating in bed later. Is it something you do? Do you take toast to bed? Crumbs in the bed? I mean, do you have full-on dinner in the bed? Maybe your other half brings you breakfast in bed. That's nice, isn't it? It's my birthday this weekend. I think I might put that on the list of requests. Breakfast in bed. But for some people, it's a no-no. No food in the boudoir because of the issue of, soiling the bed sheets in a food-related way, or crumbs in the bed. Yuck. Oh, they're very annoying because the bed mattress dips, doesn't it, to where you lie. So all the crumbs roll down to right underneath your bum. And nobody wants that. So how do you get around it? Do you just never bring food upstairs? What about that lovely breakfast in bed idea, though? That's supposed to be like a kind of luxury treat, isn't it? But for some, it's a horrifying prospect. We're going to pick it apart later and find out from you who does what when it comes to eating in bed. Yeah, we're doing a completely non-scientific survey. Before all that, though, time to get your head-scratching equipment out and exercise your minds. That's right. It is the mid-morning mind workout, and we need it more than ever today, don't we? Good grief, after all that Pims yesterday in the sunshine. I know. Look at the litter around this morning as well. Got to pick it up with our Pims hangover. So, this is to make sure you're on top form for the rest of today. Listen very carefully. Tom, the tour guide, is taking a group of people for a royal tour around Hereford and Worcester. However, his sat-nav is broken and it has jumbled up all the names of the destinations. Perilous. Can you help him unscramble the street names? The first one is in Hereford. This is where he's picking the passengers up from. Wings Yak. Wings Yak. What could that be? Unscrambled. Then he's heading on to Cartoon Dino Ore in Malvern. Cartoon Dino Ore in Malvern, and that is ore as in rowing oar and dino like half of a dinosaur. Cartoon Dino Ore. Finally, he'll be dropping off in Worcester at Archangel Pickles. Archangel Pickles. Pickles. I know what I mean. So I hope you wrote all those down. I will recap it for you in 10 minutes or so, and you've got an hour to get your guesses in. 81333 to text, start your message HW, do it now. Or ring us on 0800 121 8181. Lovely Laura standing by, eager to speak to you. Emailing is kate.justice@bbc.co.uk if you think you know the answer. Good luck. Bit of a classic from Duran Duran now. It's nearly 5 minutes long, this. I think we're going to be late for the weather. Oops.
Moving on the floor now, babe, you're a bird of paradise. Cherry ice cream smile, I suppose it's very nice. With a step to your left and a flick to the right, you catch that mirror way out west.
Duran, Rio, we squeezed it in. It's 10:31 now, so we better get on. I'm not sure I want to know what the weather forecast is. It looks pretty pants to me. But let's find out from the expert. Sarah Blizzard is here. Hi, Sarah.
Hello, it is a bit of a wet day today in comparison to yesterday, wasn't it? We've got two weather fronts around today. The first one is the one that's been producing the rain first thing this morning across Herefordshire and Worcestershire, and then gradually that should pull away towards the east as the day goes on. So there will be a few showers that will follow in behind. The odd one could still be quite heavy and possibly thundery as well into the afternoon. The temperatures have come down a little bit though today, so 16 Celsius the maximum, and then through this evening and overnight a lot of the showery activity dies away, so we will see a few clear spells developing, and that could lead to a bit of mist and fog as well first thing tomorrow morning. But it's still a milder night, the temperatures dropping to lows of 10 Celsius, and then through tomorrow starting off dry, obviously any mist sort of clearing first thing, sunny spells, but the showers developing through the daytime, and again they have the potential to be heavy thundery showers that will be with us tomorrow, with the temperatures in the region of 17 Celsius.
Brilliant. Thanks, Sarah.
The sound.
The sound.
The sound of Herefordshire and Worcestershire.
Together, we can make a difference. BBC. Hereford and Worcester.
Well, not too much to get that excited about with the weather, is it? Oh well. Here's Miley.
You better think about what you're trying to do to me. Think, let your mind go, let yourself be free. Let's go back, let's go way on, way back when. I didn't even know you couldn't have been too much more than 10. I ain't no psychiatrist, I ain't no doctor with degrees, but it don't take too much time to see what you're doing to me. You better think about what you're trying to do to me, yeah. Think, let your mind go, let yourself be free. Oh, freedom, freedom, oh, freedom, yeah, People walking around every day playing games and taking scores, trying to make other people lose their mind. Well, be careful you don't lose yours. Oh, think about what you're trying to do to me. Think, let your mind go, let yourself be free. You need me, and I need you. Without each other, ain't nothing even can do. Think about it, baby. What you trying to do to me? Come on, baby. Think about it right now. Yeah, right now.
On that one, Flowers. Yes, it's kind of like a rise out of the ashes of a breakup song, like I Will Survive. Maybe not quite that iconic. Anyway, good tune. It's BBC Hereford and Worcester. Good morning to you at just gone 25 to 11. Kate here until 2 today. Lots to talk about on the show, including whether or not you eat food in bed and how you're feeling after all the antics of the Coronation. I keep wanting to say Coronation Street Party, but it's not. It's a Coronation Street Party. Totally different thing if you change the emphasis. Anyway, now we've had them all, and the coronation and the concert. Is there an anticlimax? Are you feeling it? It's raining. It's back to work tomorrow. No more bank holidays for like 3 weeks. What's up with that? How will we cope? We've already spoken to an expert on the show who had some great tips about, making sure you've got something to look forward to, being a big part of keeping ourselves in the right frame of mind, and also helping us keep the right frame of mind. We're in the middle of our mind workout. Have you had a go at that yet? I've given you all the clues. All you have to do is text, email or call us and let us know what you think the answer is. Email kate.justice@bbc.co.uk. You can text 81333, start your message HW, or you can give us a call 0800 121 8181. I'll recap the clue for you very shortly. First, though, on to our next story, charity giving. I am a regular donor to the Dogs Trust in Evesham, but I've been doing it for about a decade. And, hopefully that's made quite a difference to them over the years. My daughter and I both sponsor a doggo there. Well, in fact, it's been several over the decade. They do change for various reasons. And I have thought, with the cost of living going up the way it is and wages definitely not following suit, I have thought about reining it in. After 10 years, I thought, well, can I afford this? Would the money go better to put in food on the table, fuel in the car type thing? What about you? Are you giving more or less to charity these days? Because charities are also feeling the pinch and they need more than ever before. Well, a recent report shows that more of us actually are donating, but the amount we're giving is lower. Obviously, we're all seeing our bills rise, energy bills, shopping bills. So that's got to be making a difference, hasn't it, to our ability to make a financial difference? Well, our Radio Car reporter Justin Surrell has been examining the report.
From chucking a handful of change in the bucket to sponsoring a friend.
I'm doing the marathon. Can you sponsor me?
Having a direct debit.
For just £2 a month, you can make a difference.
Or even buying products where a portion of the price goes to charity. There are many ways to give, and we're a nation which loves to help out where we can. Last year, 3/4 of adults donated to charity, which is an increase on the 64% in 2018 into 2019. But a report by the Benefact Group says the overall estimated value of charitable donations fell to £4.3 billion last year, down from £9.3 billion the year before. Big drop. So what about you? Have you had to rein in the amount of money you're donating?
Instead of donating to 5 dotted around, I'd just donate to the one online.
I mean, they're saying that a lot of people are doing this and it's impacting charities. How do you feel about that? What do you think of it?
Makes you feel guilty in a way, but then I try and make myself feel better about it by thinking at least I am still donating to one, and which is my main one.
Well, it's something that you want to give to charity because you want to help out, but unfortunately you have to think about personal circumstances, and if you can't give money, then you can't give money, and you have to think about yourself first, and then if you've got the extra money, then you can give to other people.
Mm-hmm. How do you make charitable donations if you choose to do it?
So it's people that I know, if they're doing events, skydives, marathons, things like that, and it's just through a Just Giving page, then I'll give that way. Or if it's money on the high street in a little box or something like that, and I've got a spare £1, and then I'll do it that way.
Not at the moment, no. But obviously, if things got tighter, I probably would have to.
And how do you feel about that? Charities making less because of, they're saying because people have got less to give. What do you think of that?
I think it's a shame because charities do good to those people who are less fortunate and need the charities to keep on going, really. So in that respect, yes, I think it's a shame. But I understand that people can't keep giving the same amount of money when they're getting less and paying more for things that they weren't paying for before.
Which charities do you give to?
Help the Aged, and we've just given one for young people.
And that's a new one that you've just started up only yesterday?
Yes.
Are you having to monitor how much you're donating to charity overall?
No, because we don't feel that we're giving huge amounts. It's a monthly total, and so we, if you like, take that loss. And it's very worthwhile.
And so how do you feel when you see that people are giving less to charity as a result of, they're saying it's cost of living crisis?
Yeah. I'm very disappointed. The other way of giving, of course, is not to give money, it's to actually give goods. So we support our local charity shops as well.
So it's not just monetary, is it?
No, not at all.
You work with charity then? You volunteer?
Yes.
And which charity?
It's the Active Stroke Group. In Bromsgrove. Stay on wallpaper in a lounge in a bungalow that one of the stroke carers has moved into recently. Her husband's passed, and we're sort of grouping together to get her up and running again.
Because there's more than one way to help out.
There
You give
is.
money. You're actually going to spend the day decorating.
Yeah.
And do you think that it's important people remember, if money's tight, there are other ways you can help
Yes.
by donating
Yeah.
clothes or food or even time?
So, yes, correct. Time is expensive nowadays, isn't it?
It certainly is. Time is money. Anyway, our reporter Justin asking you about your charitable giving. So it's not... bank holiday last weekend to do the job so that we could be ready to just chill out this weekend. It's a good job, isn't it? Jobs aren't the same when it's raining. You know, you can shake the dog beds outside, you can hang things on the line, you can just chuck everything out the front door and then sweep, can't you? When it's sunny, but not in the rain. So fingers crossed you're having a nice bank holiday afternoon. Maybe, just maybe, you're staying in bed all day, watching movies, having a rainy Netflix day, eating food in bed? Or is that a big no? Do you have to decamp to the sofa just because you don't want any possible crumbs in bed? Anyway, we're going to analyse that particular one later. And a mid-morning mind workout recap for you in a moment.
Are you ready to show the world how we host? Time for Eurovision in Liverpool! Come on, Ryland and Scott, get yourself looking Eurovision fabulous.
Shoulder pads or Cuban heels? Both, obviously.
Bring on the buffet!
Perfect. I've got all the nibbles.
Oh, ta Nigella. Hey, yous lot, make some noise! Let them hear us in Kiev!
The Eurovision Song Contest first semi-final.
United by music.
Tomorrow night on iPlayer and BBC Sounds.
wanna leave, go ahead and leave, baby. There's one thing that I found out. I can't have one woman, gotta have three. One woman just to hold me down, one woman just to lift me up. And I gotta at least have one woman on the side that really don't give a f. So if you wanna leave, baby, go ahead and leave, yeah. There's one thing that I found out. I can't have one woman, gotta have three. One woman just to hold me down, one woman just to lift me up. And I gotta at least have one woman on the side that really don't give a f. If you wanna go, baby, go ahead and walk out the door. But one thing that you gotta remember is one monkey don't stop no show. If you wanna go, baby, go ahead and walk out the door. But one thing that you gotta remember is one monkey don't stop no show. This train gon' keep on rolling. Oh yeah, just think our life gon' keep on going. Oh yeah, this train gon' keep on rolling. Oh yeah, just think our life gon' keep on going. Oh yeah, so baby you can leave, yes, but I'll never be alone. Soon as you walk right out the door, I call Kim up on the phone. Me and Kim, we don't fuss and fight. With Kim, I ain't never wrong. Or I might just go call Keisha, go get my party on. See, I know if I ever get hungry and I want me something good to eat, I can pick up my phone and call TT. She'll fix something nice and sweet. If you wanna leave, go ahead and leave, baby. But one thing that I found out, I can't have one woman, gotta have three. One woman just to hold me down, one woman just to lift me up. And I gotta at least have one woman on the side that really don't give a f. So if you wanna leave, baby, go ahead and leave, yeah. There's one thing that I found out. I can't have one woman, gotta have three. One woman just to hold me down, one woman just to lift me up. And I gotta at least have one woman on the side that really don't give a. So if you wanna go, baby, go ahead and walk out the door. But one thing that you gotta remember is one monkey don't stop no show. If you wanna go, baby, go ahead and walk out the door. But one thing that you gotta remember is one monkey don't stop no show. This train gon' keep on rolling. Oh yeah, just think our life gon' keep on going. Oh yeah, this train gon' keep on rolling. Oh yeah, just think our life gon' keep on going. Oh yeah.
I really like his voice. He puts it all into it, doesn't he? Bless his little heart. That is called Don't Break the Heart. Oh, I'm looking forward to the next song. It's an ABBA classic for you. I don't think anybody's got it right yet. Have they? No correct guesses. Rubbish! God, is this what shape you're in on a bank holiday Monday morning after a huge party weekend? Well, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. I shouldn't be. Anyway, we'll have a recap and see how you get on this time. All right, we're with Tom today. Tom, the tour guide. He's taking a group of people for a royal tour around Hereford and Worcester. A royal tour. Okay, there's a clue there. However, his sat-nav has broken, jumbling up all the names of the destinations. Can you help him unscramble the street names? So the pickup is in Hereford. He is collecting the passengers from Wings Yak. Wings Yak. Y-A-K, Yak. So where is he actually collecting the passengers up from when it's unscrambled? Anyway, then he's off to Malvern on his way to Worcester. He's heading to Cartoon Dino Or in Malvern. That is dino like the first half of dinosaur, and or as in the rowing type. Cartoon Dino Or in Malvern. Hope you're writing this down. Finally, dropping off at the Archangel Pickles in Worcester. Archangel Pickles. Where is that? Unscrambled. You've got, I don't know, half an hour or a bit less to work it out. 81333 to text me. Start your message HW. You can use that same method for WhatsApping, but the WhatsApp number is 08000 321 333. My email is kate.justice@bbc.co.uk, and you can call us on 0800 121 8181. Do you have any idea where these places are on the royal tour of Herefordshire and Worcestershire? Wings, Yak, Cartoon Dino Or, and Archangel Pickles. I think it's a bit tough for a rainy bank holiday, but I'll leave it up to you to see if you can have a go. Now, as previously advertised, a song that you will want to turn up the volume for.
I was laying down one night, I was listening to the radio. This song came on, talking about 1 month that don't start no show. When I heard this song, y'all, it sound like me. One woman won't do, said got to have 3. One woman to pick him up, one woman lay him down. One woman to fix the food, when the other 2 not around. Be careful, man, the one to cook dinner for you, 'cause there ain't no telling, boy, what she might do to you. She'll pick your breath one morning, she'll bring it to your bed. If you feed it to your dog will fall dead. Now here's one thing I want you to know. The one monkey can stop a show. Oh yes you can. One monkey can stop a show. Don't want you to be like my friend Paul up in Rockland, Maine. The woman caught him cheating, and she cut off his dang-a-lang. Now when they go to the bathroom, they have to sit down and pee. It hurt him so bad when they go, all they can say, woo-wee. That's what you get, y'all, when you spread yourself too thin. You get caught up on the losing end. That's one thing I want to tell you, boy. Before I go, one market can stop a show. One market can stop a show. Talking about the train, keep on rolling, but the train can be stopped. One woman get jealous and knock you off your block. Too many eyes in the fire, you're gonna get burned. Too many cooks in the kitchen, what a lesson you learn. Too much water in a glass, it'll overflow. And 3 in 1, just won't go. Here's one thing I want you to know. One market can stop a show. Oh yes you can. One market can stop a show. One monkey stop a show. Tell y'all, one monkey can't stop a show. I'm talking about she'll take a little goober dust, sprinkle it all around your bed. Wake up the next morning, find your own self dead. That's why it's the one monkey can stop a show. Oh yeah. One monkey can stop a show. Oh yes you can. One monkey can.
Its best. It is, isn't it? So, soul-filling. Anyway, thank you for joining in with today's mid-morning mind workout. I feel it's probably a bit off, isn't it, to work out our minds too much on a bank holiday Monday morning. It's very rainy as well. And we've just been partying all weekend. I mean, I haven't. I'm not going to lie. I watched some of the coronation, and that was long, wasn't it? The best bit was, I think, the highlights. Sorry, the best way to watch it was the highlights. I was just trying to remember what it was called. And they put some brilliant highlights on BBC Two in the evening. So if you haven't seen it yet and you don't want to sit through the entire 2 hours of solemn music and very fancy outfits, then you can watch the highlights, and then you get the best bits. All killer, no filler. Anyway, we're doing the mid-morning mind workout regardless. Thank you to Karen and Zippy in New End. They've got it spot on. Oh, well done. High fives to you. Excellent. Susan and Martin from Kemsey, they've got it right as well. Oh, well done. Emlyn in Ledbury is spot on as well. Emlyn, high fives. Well done. Richard in Lowerwick has got them all correct. Sheila in miserable Malvern. Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Sheila. Wherever you are, I think it's a bit miserable today. Also spot on correct. Thank you very much for all your guesses. I don't think I've missed anyone off. But if you do want another guess, please... oh, hang on. We've had an email here. A correct guess from Anne, who is enjoying the music in Kemerton today. Well, you're obviously not that slouchy. I misjudged you. Anyway, thanks for getting in touch. I'll reveal the answer in the next 20 minutes and put you all out of your misery. You've got that long to have another guess.
On the BBC Sounds app.
Look on your face. I wish this was TV, not radio, because you had a cheeky sort of like guilty smile there.
I was just trying to think, is it actually something to be ashamed of or not?
No.
Or is it just something that everyone does?
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter because you live by yourself, so you're not affecting anyone else.
Exactly.
However, the look on your face was, I couldn't tell whether you were like guilty or whether you were imagining eating food in bed and like loving the concept.
Well, a bit of both, probably.
Yes.
I mean, I don't think I've ever eaten like a full meal in bed. I don't think I've ever taken like a
roast dinner.
No.
A knife and fork.
But I've definitely got up and sort of made some toast in the morning and toast and a cup of tea, taking it back to bed. It's a nightmare with crumbs, though. Under the
crumbs.
sheets.
You see, this is it.
Yeah.
I mean, toast is one of the worst. Toast and crisps.
Yeah. Sandwich, maybe the odd sandwich occasionally, but yeah.
You see, the question I kind of want to answer really is it the height of laziness or is it the height of indulgence? Is it just a treat or is it as being a slob?
I don't think it's being, because there's no difference really eating food in bed compared to eating it on the sofa. You could lie on the sofa and eat something.
Could be
and not feel
horizontal
guilty.
eating crisps, yeah.
Exactly. So being in bed is no different, really, I don't think.
Maybe that somebody's going to come up with some sort of hygiene reason why we shouldn't, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think it's... because, food gets in and then you've got all sorts of...
when you see
things.
these like period dramas like Downton Abbey and things, and the servants bring in your breakfast tray and, the lord and lady sit up and then the servant put this breakfast tray down with the flour and everything all arranged and stuff like that before they've even properly woken up. That's nice.
That is nice.
If the aristocracy can do it,
Yeah.
all we're missing then is the servant.
Yes.
And then it's not slobby, it's actually elite.
Exactly.
Right, so we need that to arrange for you, Gavin, and then you can eat your toast in bed with no guilt whatsoever.
Absolutely.
The sound of where we live. And all the music you love. The music you love. BBC.
Hereford and Worcester.
Oh, the guesses are flooding in for today's mid-morning mind workout. Oh, it's picking up pace. Thank you ever so much. I'll run through all my new emails and messages in a moment, and I'm also going to recap it for you and tell the answer in the next half an hour as well. So we've got that to look forward to. We can put it out of our minds and sleep tonight. We're off to Bewdley very shortly. There is a concert going on in a couple of hours' time, actually. And it's all in aid of a wonderful cause. Do you remember we met the family of Nathan? Nathan has a serious health condition. He was diagnosed when he was only 7 months old. And there is a concert raising funds today for much-needed adaptations and also much-needed awareness. We'll find out all the lowdown and all the details in the next 20 minutes. Starting off with hot chocolate next.
BBC. Hereford and Worcester.
It's hot chocolate. Everyone's a winner, are they though? Not today in the rain, yeah, but never mind. We are British. There's so much going on outside this weekend, and in fact across the whole weekend. Yesterday we had a nice break, didn't we, in the weather? But it was really rainy on Saturday. I went off to the badminton horse trials in Gloucestershire on Saturday. Oh my word, it was so muddy, but it was still a good atmosphere and still rammed full of people. I mean, I guess a lot of these people are, country sport fans, horse fans, so they're used to the outdoors in the rain in England. But yeah, it was really busy. The atmosphere was fantastic, despite the mud. Everybody just had wellies and hats and umbrellas and that sort of thing. Hazardous going around with an umbrella, though, very hazardous in a busy place. Speaking of badminton horse trials, it's still on. And they are about to, or maybe just have, started the show jumping element. I think it might start shortly, which is the final day. Normally that's done on the Sunday, but because of the coronation and the bank holiday, they've jogged it over to today. So we'll have a winner in just a few hours' time. The chap lying in 5th place, not that far from us, Tom McEwen, Gloucestershire-based rider, spoke to me yesterday about lying in 5th and what the conditions were like, galloping around that cross-country course after all the rain. And we're going to hear from him again in the next half an hour or so. He'll be jumping after lunch today. Fingers crossed for all the horses and riders there. Now, you were going to talk about a family that we spoke to from Bewdley a couple of weeks ago. You may remember. They're raising vital funds to build a downstairs wet room for their disabled son, Nathan. Now, Nathan was only 7 months old when he was diagnosed with tuberous sclerosis complex, which is a rare condition. It is a life-limiting condition, and it causes him to have potentially more than 200 seizures a day. Karen Edgington-White, a member of Bewdley Band, was listening and wanted to help. At 1:30 today, her concert band will be performing at the Green Theatre, Queen Elizabeth II Jubilee Gardens. And she's joining me now to tell us more about it. Good morning, Karen.
Good morning.
Have I pronounced your name correctly?
You have, perfectly, thank you.
Lovely. It's a gorgeous name, Karen. I'll just spell it. It's Calne. Where does that come from?
It's a town in Wiltshire.
Oh, excellent. Brilliant. A geographical name. Anyway, welcome to the show, Karen. It's lovely to speak to you. So first of all, tell us a little bit about your concert band.
Right. Beauty Concert Band was set up back in September 2010 over at the primary school in Ribbonhall in Bewdley by who was then Valerie Blount, who is now Valerie Wharton, and our musical director, her partner, Ian Wharton, and they are now obviously husband and wife, but they have supported our band, set up this Bewdley Band, concert band. It's a wind band, and they have performed, the group have performed over the last 13 years at various events in Bewdley. Many of the events that the band do are free events to support local organisations, and obviously some are fundraising events for the band itself. We've got in excess of 40 members, and we came back very strongly after COVID, and we've got lots of new members. We've also recently, in the last 3 weeks, revived our academy band, which gives an opportunity for young people to come along and play with other people, returners, people who haven't actually picked up their instruments from when they were at school, or even band members who want to try out another instrument. And we do that at the end of our rehearsals on a Saturday morning. 3 Saturdays in the month we do rehearsals at St George's Hall in Bewdley, 10 o'clock till 12, followed by Academy Band. And then the 3rd Saturday in the month we rehearse at St Anne's Church.
Okay, that's quite prolific then, very busy.
Yeah, very busy.
Oh, I love this. That's wonderful. I was in a wind band. I used to play the oboe, you know.
Oh, brilliant. You want to join us?
Well, I've heard that oboe players are not that prolific.
No, they're not. I mean, we really struggle to get oboe players. We don't have one at the moment. We've had one previously.
I'll have to dust it off then and come and join you. Tell us about today. What's happening with the concert that starts at 1:30, I believe?
That's correct. It's in association with Bewdley Museum. We approached Bewdley Museum back in January, as soon as we knew the coronation date. We've done Picnic in the Park concerts before. We did Platinum Jubilee only last year. And so we approached the museum and said we would like to book Bank Holiday Monday as a coronation weekend to do a coronation celebration event. Bewdley Museum, absolutely brilliant support from them, and they have also provided a family entertainer. Not going to be that brilliant today, but there's going to be an entertainer, stilt walker, balloon maker, local chap. And then the idea is Picnic in the Park. Bewdley Jubilee Gardens at the museum is a fantastic venue for events like this. Unfortunately, because of the weather, we will probably be located in the Sawmill Yard, which gives us a little bit of cover to keep the instruments in the dry. But we are going ahead absolutely enthusiastically to actually put on this celebration thing this afternoon.
What was it about Nathan's story that made you want to help then, Khan?
Well, okay, it was Hope in Worcester about a couple of weeks ago. I think the first time I heard your broadcast. And that was the first I'd heard about it. I mean, I am Bewdley resident, but I thought, what a dilemma, and what a fantastic cause that local people are supporting. And that was the Black Boy event on Wye Hill. So I reached out to some of the supporters that were organising that event and said, what could we help? I also spoke to the committee, the Bewdley Concert Band Committee members, and said we were going to, because it's a free concert, we were going to ask people if they'd like to put donations in the bucket. We did this Platinum Jubilee. We collected money for the Mayor's Appeal and for Ukraine. We've done Ukraine concerts over at Pound Green, and we do regular free concerts for British Legion in the town. And straight away we thought, well, we're going to have donation buckets out. And then immediately I thought, well, this is fantastic, because if whatever we collect today, we can actually send over and donate it to Nathan's Appeal.
Yeah.
And then maybe there are other things we can do later in the year as it gains momentum.
That's so wonderful. It's amazing when communities pull together like this. Do you know how people can help Nathan's cause in general if they can't make it to the concert, for example?
Yeah, if they can't make it to the concert, there is a GoFundMe page. That's GoFund, GoFund.me /CFF80114.
Got it. Well, that is brilliant stuff. We've helped spread the word, and I hope the concert goes really, really well despite the weather. I'm sure it'll be marvellous. Khan, keep up the good work. Thank you so much for coming on and telling us about it.
Thank you.
Wonderful. So if you love that sort of music, I do, as you can probably tell, then get yourself to Bewdley for 1:30 today. Khan Edgington White there from the band, the concert band. They're at the Green Theatre, which is at Queen Elizabeth II Jubilee Gardens. What a gorgeous sounding venue as well.
BBC Sounds.
Need more than 90 minutes?
When news happens in the Mid-South, the 13 Eyewitness News team is there. When the first real cold snap hit the Mid-South, 13 Eyewitness News reporter Bill Anderson showed you some of the things you can do to keep warm without going broke. When the Memphis School Board started talking about a sex education program, 13 Eyewitness News told you what they were saying. And 13 Eyewitness News reporter Esme Murphy introduced you to 2 local kids who are trying to lead a normal life in the face of dual threats to their health. 13 Eyewitness News, the news for the Mid-South.
Every time I hear a brother call a girl a bitch or a hoe, trying to make a sister feel low, you know all of that gots to go. Now everybody knows there's exceptions to this rule. I don't be getting mad when we playing, it's cool, but don't you be calling me out my name. I bring rap to those who disrespect me like a dame. That's why I'm talking. One day I was walking down the block, I had my cut off shorts on, right, cause it was crazy hot. I walked past these dudes when they passed me. One of them felt my booty, he was nasty. I turned around red, somebody was catching a rat. Then the little one said,
yeah, me, bitch.
And laughed. Since he was with his boys, he tried to break fly. I punched him dead in his eyes. Said, who you calling a bitch? U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let him know. U-N-I-T-Y. That's the one. Here we go. U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let him know. You ain't a bitch, you're a hoe. Here we go. U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let him know. U-N-I-T-Y. That's the one. Here we go. U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let him know. You ain't a bitch, you're a hoe. I hit the bottom, there ain't nowhere else to go but up. Bad days at work give you an attitude and you erupt. And take it out on me, but that's about enough. You put your hands on me again, I put your ass in handcuffs. I guess I fell so deep in love, I grew dependency. I was too blind to see just how it was affecting me. All that I knew is you was all the man I had, and I was scared to let you go, even though you treated me bad. But I don't wanna see my kids see me getting beat down by daddy smacking mommy all around. You say I'm nothing without you, but I'm nothing with you. A man don't really love you if he hits you. This is my notice to the tool. I'm not taking it no more. I'm not your personal whore. That's not what I'm here for. Ain't nothing good gon' come to you till you do right by me. Brother, you wait and sit in the bitch. U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let him know. U-N-I-T-Y. That's the one. Here we go. U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let him know. You ain't a bitch or a hoe. Here we go. U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let him know. U-N-I-T-Y. That's the one. Here we go. U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let him know. You ain't a bitch or a hoe. What's going on in your mind is what I ask you. But like yo, you don't hear me though. You wear a rag around your head and you call yourself a gangster bitch. Now that you saw Apache's video, I saw you wildin', acting like a fool. I peeped you out the window, jumping girls after school. But where did all of this come from? A minute ago you wasn't heard and nobody ever heard of you. Now you a wannabe hard. You barely know your ABCs. Please, there's plenty of people out there with triggers ready to pull it while you trying to jump in front of the bullet. Young lady, and real bad girls are the silent type. Ain't none of this worth getting your face sliced, cause that's what happened to your homegirl, right? Walking with nobody. She got to wear that for life. Who you calling a bitch? U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let 'em know. U-N-I-T-Y. That's the one. Here we go. U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let 'em know. You ain't a bitch or a hoe. Here we go. U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let 'em know. U-N-I-T-Y. Come on, here we go. U-N-I-T-Y. You must let 'em know. You ain't a bitch or a hoe.
It's Galantis, David Guetta and Little Mix all teaming up for that little number. So we've had lots of guesses in today for the mid-morning mind workout. In fact, let's have the music so we can get in the mood, all right? Let's get us in the mood. Oh, come on. There we go. Right, this is where we reveal the answer. and put you all out of your misery. I'll recap it for you, then I'll go through the correct guesses, and then I'll tell you if you're right or wrong. Okay. So Tom, the tour guide, is with us today. He's got a sat-nav issue. He's on a royal tour of the 2 counties. He's going to Hereford, to Malvern, and then to Worcester. But the sat-nav has scrambled the place names on his royal tour. Can we unpick them for him? He's picking up in Hereford at Wings Yak. He's heading to Cartoon Dino Or in Malvern and dropping off at Archangel Pickles in Worcester. That's almost a tongue twister. So congratulations to everybody who's got it right, including Nick and Judith in Droitwich Spa. Oh, we only just heard the conundrum, but we think we've got it. You absolutely right. They say we had gold stars with crowns on Friday. Perhaps they need umbrellas today. Yeah, umbrella symbols, just big raindrop symbols. Anyway, Nick and Judith, hats off to you. Crowns off to you. Bravo, you've got it right. I think, good morning, says Jennifer. Jenny from Wood Bevington. Oh, that sounds nice, Jenny. Good morning. I think I've sorted these places out with a lot of head scratching. You are right. Congratulations, well done, and thank you very much indeed for your email. We've done Anne in Kemerton as well, and I think Mike in Drake's Broughton. Oh, hang on. This is something completely unrelated. The Miles family in St John's have got it right. Yes, spot on, well done. Susan and Martin from Kemsey have got it right as well. And I think I've mentioned everybody else, so massive congratulations to you if you did in fact guess that Wings Yak unscrambles into Kingsway in Hereford. Cartoon Dino Or in Malvern unscrambles to Coronation Road. Yes. And Archangel Pickles is, of course, King Charles Place in Worcester. King Charles Place, how appropriate. Anyway, there you go. That is enough brain exercise for today, I think. Well done to everybody who got it right, because I think there's a lot of you. Yay! I don't think we had any incorrect guesses today. I told you it should be an easy one for a bank holiday. Turns out it was. Oh my goodness, another long song. We're going to be late for the weather again. I'm going to get the sound.
Now you young folks is raving about how bad you want to be free. But I want to tell you what it was like in my day for an old man like me. Are you ready for this? Now you listen. Take it on, little brother, and make a way. I said take it on, little brother, take it further. To the
A very good song. Goodness me, it's 11:31 already. Quick! Before she has to go. Zara, hello there. Is it still raining?
It is, yes, a little bit, but it will clear quicker from Herefordshire and Worcestershire because it's all travelling eastwards now. So we will find that the rain tends to sort of ease. Not totally dry though after that, mainly because there will be a few showers that will come in behind, and some of them could still be quite heavy. The cloud will break up a little bit though, I think, as we're heading towards sort of early tea time. So the daytime temperature today, it's a maximum of 16 Celsius. And then overnight tonight, the showers clearing, and there will be a few breaks sort of staying with us into the early part of tomorrow morning, which means it could just turn a little bit misty, a bit foggy. The temperature overnight dropping to a minimum of 10 Celsius tonight. And then tomorrow, a dry start, any sort of mistiness clearing through the early part of the morning as the sun comes up. And then there will be showers around on Tuesday, and some of the showers present tomorrow will be quite heavy and thundery as well. So temperatures increasing a little bit more, highs of 17 to 18 Celsius.
Well, thank goodness for the high temperatures. It is definitely, it's definitely off, isn't it, the weather? I mean, has it ever been this wet underfoot in May?
No, I think, May can always be changeable. We sort of think it settles down a little bit more by the time we get into June, and it can be quite warm at times as well. But we have seen quite a bit of rainfall, haven't we? Definitely. So we need it to just level out a bit for the farmers, if nothing else, as well, to get on and off the land and do what they need to do. So, and gardeners too.
Yeah, farmers, gardeners. And can I ask you, this is a completely changing subject now, actually, quickly. Do you eat food in bed, Sarah?
No.
Okay, is that's a blanket ban? Do you consider it? Do you consider it like lazy or slothy, or is it just because you don't want crumbs?
Yeah, I think maybe if I've been poorly and you're suddenly trying to eat maybe just a biscuit or something, I might break the rules then. But yeah, I just don't think I'd want to find loads of crumbs in the bed and things like that. So yeah,
no, I'm doing a scientific survey. Thank you for your input.
That's all right.
Thanks, Sarah.
The sound of Herefordshire and Worcestershire.
Together, we can make a difference. BBC. Hereford and Worcester.
Is it elite? Anyway, we're talking about that very shortly. And we're off to the Badminton Horse Trials as well. In the rain again.
Of such sweet memories.
Before, baby, is
that I've added to my running playlist, and I don't know if you ever listened to the evening show where you would normally find me, but I talk a lot about my running playlist, which I've been compiling for a few years, actually. And I originally bought my running shoes in 2015, and they were in the box until about a month ago. What's changed? Anyway, I'm now running. I've got achy knees, achy shins, achy everything. I had a bit of an accident and I couldn't use my arms properly, so I wasn't doing any exercise at all. I'm normally, mucking out the horses and walking the dogs. So I thought I'll try the running. I've had the running shoes for, nearly a decade. So I might as well dig them out of mothballs and give it a go. It hurts. Is all I'm going to say about that. It makes me want to go back to bed with a big bag of crisps. But eating in bed, is that okay? Many people do it. You might have a midnight snack. You might actually have your breakfast in bed. That's supposed to be a luxury treat, isn't it? Some people love indulging in the comfort of their bed while munching on foods. You might want to watch films in bed. Have you got a television in your room? Do you do it on the laptop? However, a recent poll of adults in the UK found that more than half of us ban food in bed. However, the other half think it's perfectly acceptable. Ooh, that is a divisive one, isn't it? That you need to put it on your dating profile, don't you? Like to eat food in bed so that you don't get, dating someone who hates the idea. Maybe you are already ensconced in a relationship and that is the dividing point between you. Let's open this up to the rest of the team. Good morning, Laura. Morning, Max.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello.
So, guys, well, let's start with you, Max, because you're the male representative here. Do you eat in bed?
Yes, it's breakfast that is the tempting thing, I'm afraid. If you make your porridge and it's freezing cold, what are you going to do? Eat your hot porridge and keep your feet warm as well. Go back to bed to eat your porridge.
So have you got the kitchen downstairs?
Kitchen downstairs,
So
yes.
you get out of bed, go downstairs, make the porridge, and then go back upstairs with it?
Back upstairs to bed with it, with your cup of tea, and get your toes warm again.
And what about your other half? Do you bring porridge as well?
No.
Occasionally. No, it's just for me. Laura?
I am a prolific eater in bedderer.
Oh, goodness me. I don't feel like we fully represent the nation here because I also eat food in bed. So, this is the 3 out of 3. This is 100% of us. So tell me your dirty habits, Laura.
Well, my partner makes me breakfast in bed and he hates that I do it. He hates that I eat breakfast in bed. So he kind of delivers it to me and then he's like, don't spill crumbs, and then he goes back upstairs to eat his breakfast in the kitchen because we've got a topsy-turvy house.
Oh, okay, you've got an upside-down house. That's nice.
Yeah.
Mm.
But there are certain things that I won't eat in bed. Soup.
Okay. Have you had a bad experience?
Yep.
Okay.
And anything that's like high crumb risk, so like, for example, biscuits, crisps, I tend to avoid, just because I don't personally like to roll over onto my own crumbs, and I am a bit of a spiller. But no, I do love it, and I don't think it's lazy. I just think it's, it's self-care.
Okay. Well, that's the thing. I mean, I was talking to Gavin about this, in the olden days, well, maybe even today, the aristocracy who have servants and things that make their breakfasts for them, deliver them on a breakfast tray in the bed, and that's supposed to be elite.
Yeah. Exactly. I don't think it's a lazy thing at all, but I do get why people are like, oh, no, definitely not. But I when I was a student, I have to say, virtually all my meals are in bed.
Do you know what? You're just adding to the stereotype of a student there.
Was that because it was cold where you lived?
Well, yes, exactly that. So it was cold. There wasn't really like a dining area, so to speak. And I like to watch TV, and the only TV in the house was in my bedroom. So I just sit. It tended to be on the bed. I'd sit on the bed and eat my crisps and my sandwiches and what have you.
Yeah.
But it was. I do like it. I have to say, I do like it.
Well, I think when you're a student and you're living in sort of slightly unusual accommodation, you might not have that communal space, and you kind of live in it's a bed sit almost, isn't it?
Yeah.
Scenario. And I think if you do live like that, student or otherwise, then eating in bed is sort of a necessity.
Yes.
But on rather than in is the crunch point, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that is the crunch point, definitely. And The other thing about eating in bed, I suppose, if you do it in the mornings, then it can take quite a while sometimes to get yourself out of bed because you've already done the eating.
Naughty.
And then before you know it, it's lunchtime, and then you're like, well, shall I have lunch in bed or shall I actually get up now?
We're learning a lot about you. Do you know what you need? A dog. So you've got to get out the house to walk
I do have a dog.
Okay,
I do have a
so
dog,
what
yeah.
happens to that?
Well, quite often I'll get up, walk her, and go back to bed. This is at a weekend, you understand.
Yeah,
And where does
obviously.
the dog go next?
Yeah.
Or the dog likes to sit in bed so she can have my, leftovers.
Oh, good grief. Andrew Easton will be absolutely crawling up the walls now listening to all of this. Apparently, breakfast, though, is the most acceptable meal to eat in bed. So you're all right there, both of you, Max and Laura. But a curry, a roast dinner, and lasagna, apparently off limits. Not supposed to eat those.
Yeah, you can understand why.
No gravy.
And fish and chips as well, that's a no.
It's a bit smelly, isn't it, for the bedroom fish and chips?
Yeah. What about eating in the bath? I'm throwing a curveball here.
I can't say I've ever done that.
Yeah. What about a glass of wine or a G&T in the bath?
Yeah, yes, definitely. I have a drink in a bath, although it's quite tricky at times, depending how low you've slid down the bath, and then you just get it all over your chest.
You can't eat crisps in the bath because your hands are wet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Max?
Exactly.
Long time since I might have tried. A long time since I had a bath.
Okay, so a shower then, obviously, in your house. Okay, lovely. Well, thank you very much, team. That's sort of set the cat amongst the pigeons, hasn't it? We're all bed eaters. I say that. I mean, I will, if I'm ill, I think I'll probably eat food in bed. But I don't have a rule against it. That's the most important thing. I generally don't eat breakfast. So I kind of push on through to lunchtime, really, without any food. So if I was a breakfast eater, I wouldn't have a problem eating it in bed. It's just I can't be bothered to go back upstairs with it. Once I've gone down to the kitchen, that's it. The animals are all there looking at me, expecting walks and their own breakfasts. So what about you? Let me know. You can text me on 81333, start your message HW, or if you prefer, email kate.justice@bbc.co.uk, or just give us a ring. 0800 121 8181. Do you eat food in bed? Richard says, morning, Kate. I do not eat in bed unless I am that ill that I can't get up. I once slipped a disc and struggled to get out of bed, even to go to the loo. I ate toast in bed on this occasion, thick, white, crusty loaf, cooked till almost black as I like it. It was okay. I managed to get to my wife's side of the bed. Richard! Naughty. And actually, toast, especially burnt toast like that, I think that's got to be a no.
BBC Hereford and Worcester presents
Identical, the Drivers' Elite, the Challenge, the International Race of Champions. And Sunday, Indy winner Al Unser Sr. returns to the fastest race in the world, the Michigan 500, live. All this weekend on ABC Sports.
I've almost got, like, you know, low-key PTSD when I think about the scene of summer. The image of standing on the Worcester Bridge, looking up the river at the cathedral. If you've never been to Worcester, it's a beautiful sight in July. So green, so rich and vibrant and happiness-inducing. And there's so many sites like that, but, you know, we just haven't really had it for so long. Never mind. You might be outside today.